Hi, everybody. I'm Amber Hodgson. This is AEP 855, Educational Leadership, Module 8 over the Moral Compass. Thank you for watching as I share my takeaways from this assignment. So, what is a moral compass? A moral compass is a line that divides right and wrong. The metaphor moral compass describes our inner sense of what's right and wrong. It's our personal values that guide our decision making in everyday life, work, relationships. And it is vital for a leader to establish a moral compass guideline, and we have to keep it in our pocket all the time. So, when our moral compass is headed to a true north, we'll know we're on the right path to ethical decision making. So, these core values that we use to help guide us in our decision making may not be the same direction as it is for someone else. These values reside in our hearts, and they've been formed throughout our lifetime. And the values that we use include integrity, family, fairness, personal responsibility, and kindness. But one of the most important core values that we should consider is integrity. That means that we must consider other people's needs before we make decisions. We could go back to that golden rule, treat others the way you wish to be treated. When deciding if an action is right or wrong, we need to consider the following. Evaluate the benefits and the harms of alternate courses of action on the stakeholders who may be affected by these actions and choose the one that maximizes net benefit. And make sure that your actions are consistent with characteristic traits of behavior such as honesty, empathy, respectfulness, integrity, and responsibility. So, why do leaders need a moral compass? Having a moral compass helps us to define our own definition of what's right and wrong. With a moral compass, you'll find it easier to resist that temptation through principle-based decision making. In other words, your choices will be based on values that you hold true rather than what's easiest to do in the moment. Leaders must use their moral compass consistently. As leaders, it's important that yes remains yes, no remains no. People have to be able to trust you, and once you breach that trust, you're not respected as a leader. So we have to cultivate a moral compass in others. As a middle school teacher, it's vital for me to guide my students and help them develop their moral compass. I must remember that they're watching the behaviors that I model. Therefore, it is a key opportunity for me to communicate my way of thinking. What I find to be important may differ from them. So if I help them to understand what truly matters to them, I can help foster their moral compass for themselves. So here is a look at my moral compass as leader and as a teacher. I think selfless is my true north. If I'm thinking about other people and not myself, I'm being a good leader. And so all the way south is selfish. If I'm being selfish, I am not being a good leader. Also, in my north, I have integrity, fairness, empathy, kindness, and then personal responsibility. If I make a mistake, I need to own up to it. I don't want to pass blame. And so then going south would be dishonest or not responsible, trying to be controlling, or just worrying about status. All of those things take me south, which is not where I want to be. Here are my references for this assignment. So my correlation, this assignment allowed me the opportunity to really reflect on my own moral compass. I learned about empathy, which we tend to use as a basis for our moral compass, from a new perspective, and I was able to create a visual representation of my own moral compass, and it really got me thinking about ways in which I can use that in the classroom with my own students. The relevancy statement is, as I took time to reflect on what qualities guide my own moral compass, I thought about what it meant for me as a teacher and one day maybe a leader. As a teacher, I have to set an example for my students. I must be a person that they can trust and rely on all the time. If I'm not following my moral compass north, then their perception of me is going to change. So I have to remember to stay true to my north all the time. And then my personal reflection is I have to know what my true north is on my moral compass before I can begin to make important decisions as a leader. And I have to be consistent. to be sure that I'm fair, effective, and ethical. I need to reflect on my values and principles to be sure that I'm exhibiting good leadership skills in everything I do. So that is all. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day.